Three, two, one. Welcome everybody to Rolling on Three, the first podcast for all three-wheel owners, whether you're riding on a Ryker, Spider, Slingshot. This is show for you. Today, I'd like to welcome my boy RG. It's RG, but I say New York Star RG to the show all the way from ATL.
Right,
RG,
right.
welcome to the
What's
show,
going
man.
on?
Hey, man, to start off the
Odd.
show, RG. RG. Yo, what you rolling on, man?
Me, I'm rolling on a 2021 Can Am Ryker 900 um, rally.
Nice,
You know,
nice,
900
nice.
rally.
Where'd you get it?
I'll tell you a funny story about that, right? So we kicking it off early, right? I own a barber and beauty shop here in Atlanta, and one of my clients pulled up on a 600. I seen him with it. I'm like, man, what is that? Like, right? I was used to seeing those spiders, those big ones. Like, I was like, oh man, I don't like that. So anyway, he told me about it, and he let me get on it, he let me ride. I said, man, I'm going to get one tomorrow. I went up to Mountain Motorsports. Of course, they didn't have none. They had the 2022s on back order. So I'm looking online for one. And luckily, right, I find a 2021 with 0.68 miles on it, right? And I'm like, you know what? I had put a 2022 on reserve. I drove all the way to St. Louis to get my bike.
Wow.
I put a
Wow.
trail on that thing, and I went to go get my bike. And probably like 3 weeks after I bought that, when they called me and told me the 2022s was in.
Wow, man. That was a journey, bro. I was expecting you didn't want to ride
Absolutely.
it back.
Nah, I wasn't trying to do that. Not the first time. We talking. That's like 8 hours, man. It's
Woo,
a little
yeah,
ride.
no.
Yeah,
No.
with
First
everything
time.
factory, no music, no seat, no lights,
No, you're right.
no
Eight
phone
hours on
charger.
that. 8 hours on that seat's murder, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh man. That's
Hmm.
crazy. Well, you know what? How was the process though? When you called the dealer, like, was it smooth? You went there, boom, and it was ready?
It was actually. It was very smooth. Like, I hit the dealer up. I'm like, y'all got it. He said, yeah. I said, well, send me some pictures. He sent me some pictures. He showed me that odometer. That thing said 0.68. I said, hey, I'm about to send you $1,000 right now to hold this bike. I don't even care.
Mm,
Like, I'm coming to get it. Like, so I sent them 1,000. Did my financing same day. Went down there. 2 days later, they had everything ready. I signed what I need to sign. Got my extended warranty. I got gone.
that's what's
Got
up.
gone. It was real
That's
smooth, man. It was real smooth.
nah, that's good, man. Anytime you have a smooth process through the dealer, it's always great because it's like 50-50. Like some people I hear, oh, it was a nightmare. I couldn't get it. The dealer
Facts.
was jerking me around. And then some people was like, well, I drove out the same day.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, I don't know. I hear more horror stories than I do anything.
Well,
Honestly.
there's not that many dealers out here in New York.
Hmm.
So it's like if you hear a horror story, it's gonna be like probably from the same dealership,
Hmm.
So because it's not we don't have that many options when it comes to Can Am out here. Like
You got your bike in New
authorized.
York?
Yeah. I was on the
You
waiting
did.
list when they first came out though. They weren't even in the showroom yet.
So what you had? You got a 19?
In 19, yeah.
What made you want to get a 19 Can-Am Ryker?
Well,
And how'd you
I've
even
told this
how'd you
story a,
even
a lot
how'd
of
you come
times.
across it?
This is weird, right? So I've rode two wheels for a long time. And I've always, when the Spider came out, I was always interested in it. But then I said, that price is like crazy. I was like, I'm better off just staying on my two, and I didn't even think nothing of it. And that was like 2009. And I didn't even think about Can-Ams. And then one of my boys was like, yo, you still like them Can-Ams? Because they dropped something else. I was like, yeah, I know they have the Spider. They just been upgrading. He said, nah, they dropped like a small version. I was like, what? So I looked it up. I said, oh, I got to get it. I called the dealers. Dealers was like, yeah, it's a waiting list to get one. I was like, you serious? It was like, yeah, we'll call you when they come in. You got 2 hours after we make the call to either lock it in or whatever. So they called me and they was like, yo, you want it? They're here. We got three. So I was like, yo, what's the deposit? They was like 500. We said, but you got to pick it up. You got to come and fill out the paperwork. We'll hold it for 24 hours after that. So I was like, all right. And then I did it. And I think that was February. And I didn't get delivery till May.
Dang. I would
Yeah.
have been like, give me my money back, man. Give me my money back.
Now the dealer was reputable. He had a good, and he told me, he said, look, they're back order. He said, New York might not even get that many. And he was right because I went to another dealer and he only had one. And he didn't even take my name for the wait list. He was just like, yeah, just check back in a few weeks. So I was like, all right, well, all right, I'll find somebody who got one. And that's how I did it. And okay, I'll have to stitch that back in. Let me pause.
I don't
Oh,
know what happened.
all good, all good. That's why I record these. This way I could do good editing. You know, it's
Yeah.
all good. It's all good. But
But this is my thing with what you saying. New York, I thought one of the biggest Can Am dealerships was right there in Virginia.
it might. I think the biggest Can Am dealership is Florida, isn't it? I think it's
I
Broward.
thought it was I thought it was Virginia, man. Like when I was doing a lot of research, they was one of the biggest Can Am dealers. Well, one of, so it could be Florida as well. But I know
But
one of the biggest ones is right there in Virginia.
there's difference though. There's Can Am dealers, and then there's authorized retailers.
Got you.
So the two places out here close to New York City is authorized retailers. So they are licensed to sell Can Am products. They're not fully a Can Am solely just Can Ams. They'll sell everything, any type of bike, 2 wheel, 3 wheel, 4 wheel, everything. So
Right.
it's the authorized. So they don't get as many as the official Can Am dealership. So that's why a lot of people say, "Oh, I was able to go in Can Am and get one." Yeah, they probably had about 10. Whereas the authorized retailer, he's got to make room because he's got 52 wheels. He's got 3 slingshots taking up showroom space, and then the spiders, and then the Ryker. So he's probably not even ordering that many because the space. So
Right.
that's why you hear like different stories. But out here, it's still kind of like backed up, but it's not as bad. Like there's some guys out here with 2022s now. So it's getting a lot better. And I think now that they shipped out the new 2022s, they're coming out, a little faster now. So it's
Mhm.
different. It's different. Yeah. So,
Dope.
RG, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. You told me before you was originally from St. Louis, moved to ATL. Tell us a little bit about you, man.
A little bit about me. Let's see. Well, like you said, I'm from St. Louis, right? So I end up getting out of St. Louis. I joined the United States Navy. I was in the Navy for a bit. Appreciate
Thank you
that.
for your service.
Appreciate that. When I got out the Navy, man, the crime was just crazy where I'm from. So I decided to come south, but I couldn't decide on a state nor a city. So I went to Google. I printed out a map and I cut out the southern region. I closed my eyes and I pointed. First time, first time. This is no joke. First time I landed on Florida, I couldn't decide a city. So I closed my eyes again, pointed. I landed on Georgia. I said I'm coming to Atlanta. So I've been in Atlanta ever since 2013. I own a couple businesses. I own a barber and beauty shop here in Atlanta, thriving barber and beauty shop, Sunset Park Barber and Beauty Lounge, and I'm a barber and loctician myself. So I could hook you all the way up. By the way, you know what I'm saying? All that, all that. I'm all that, all that. I'll hook you all the way
For
up.
those who are just listening and not
Talk to
watching,
about it.
my man RG has locks. I have locks. If you never saw, so that's what he's talking
Facts.
about. I got
That's
remember
facts.
there's people who just listen, they don't watch sometimes, but
Got
I
you,
get
got
it.
you.
No,
Got
no,
you.
we'll talk about the business. We'll talk about that definitely. Tell me now, in Atlanta, how's the riding? Like, you know, just tell me about it. Like riding around. Like, what is it?
Um, in Atlanta, man, like you know what I'm saying. The Riker community is definitely growing. It's growing big. Three wheels, just in general, spiders, slingshots, you name it. Um, but it's straight, man. The police don't really bother us, you know. But I'm looking for that. Like I'm not looking for it because I'm wanting to create it like that. Safe, aggressive riding. Like like I like to ride hard. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to create because it's a culture and it's a culture in different states, you know. But like I said, in Atlanta, the three wheel scene is like getting huge to where like when they throw events, we crash in that jump. And
Yeah,
when we crash it, they be looking at us. But my bike, I got that blue beast. So my bike is the entire bike is royal blue chrome. So I see 4 or 5 Harley guys just kind of standing next to each other, and they don't want to be accepting, but they'll look at it, and there be 2, 3 of them trying to look at it without them seeing their boys look at it, cause they like it, they like it, and the whole three wheel scene here, man, it's just growing. It's growing rapidly, man. I'm talking about like I'm just starting to just see them everywhere on the road, everywhere.
that's good. That's
So,
good because
yep.
I hear as time goes on, the stories are different. Because
Hmm.
earlier when I started the podcast, people were like, "Oh, I don't see any." Now it's like, "Yeah, I see them more and more and more." So it's definitely moving. Uh, it's definitely a phenom. I have to say, I really
Hmm.
do have to say, like when I see things that come out, like like certain cars that drop, just be like a phenom. And I've seen bikes drop, but I've never seen any bike drop that was like take off the way this is taking off.
Right.
Like I'll see,
Right.
all the other companies, Ninja, whatever, and Honda and Harley, but there's so many like you never see like all of a sudden they're flooding the streets. Like
Right.
here it's like I see a Riker and then all of a sudden they flooding the streets. I'm like, yo, I don't even see that many two wheels out, but
Right.
it's insane. It's like a phenom, man. It's like everybody's buying them, and I'm like, wow,
But
man,
let me
this is
ask you a
great.
question. Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question because I'm trying to figure out does this go from like a depending on where you at? What is the normal age bracket that you're seeing that three wheels is being purchased by?
Uh, Me personally, I have to say it's 8 to 80 because I've interviewed people who've been 18 all the way up to 65. So it's like I don't know. I can't put an age number on it. I really can't because I'll see people. It's all different. I can't. I can't. I want to say all
Yeah,
older people get them, but then I'll talk to people in their 20s and 30s, and
it ain't that many of them.
no, there is. There
Really?
is. Yeah. Cause I'll see like I was riding one day and there was a couple of young guys. They had to be in their late 20s. And they
Hmm.
were like 2 or 3 on them. And it was like, yeah, we all bought them together. A bunch of guys. They went and bought like one used and whatever. And they were young. And I was like, wow, man. They like everybody gets, I don't know. I can't call it. I really can't call it. Even when I
Yeah.
do my YouTube, it's different because on YouTube it tells you what your age group is, like that
Hmm.
watches your channel. So I have nobody in the 18 to 30 category. So
Okay.
everybody's in my 40 to 50 and then from 50 to 60. So my
That's
40
what
to
I
50,
normally see though. That's what I normally
yeah.
see riding.
It's probably that, it's probably in the 40s to 50s mid age because, but I know there's a lot of crews up there in their 30s and I'm like, wow, so I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say. I guess Can Am has all the algorithms on that, on who
Right.
many, the age, the median age of the bike and everything. Did you ever ride before?
I rode two wheels for a little bit. Yeah, I used to ride
Okay.
a Gixxer.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
So
but
how was the transition?
I never get back on two wheels, man.
Okay.
Like I'll never get back on two wheels at all. You know, and that's just I just like the ride on the Ryker, man. I just really like the ride on the Ryker. I like them. I like the feel because I'm still catching the same vibe. You know,
Right.
I'm still catching the same wind therapy, a little more safer. I'm liking the accessories that they drop in to complement this bike. I mean, people going crazy with this thing, man.
Yo, man, we gotta talk about mods, bro, because your bike is sick. That wrap is crazy. I don't know if y'all want, I'll have all his Instagram and his information posted below, but you gotta see this wrap. It is insane. It is over the top, royal blue, chrome, shining and glistening.
Man,
It is something else.
this guy asked me one time, Keith, he say, he was like, yeah, man, golly, man, what in the world is that? I'm like, oh, it's a rap. He was like, man, I need that dude number. I said, well, if I give you the dude number, he not gonna be able to do it because it was a girl that rapped my bike. So, you know what I'm saying? A girl did that. He was like, man, you lying. I said, yeah. Matter of fact, shout out to Candy Raps. That's Candy. You can find her on Instagram. She in Atlanta. Candi.raps. Candy Raps, man. She fire. Doing all the slingshots, all the bike. I'm talking about everything, man. This girl
That's what's
is
up.
she
That's what's
fire
up.
with it. She
So what mod
fire.
you have on there besides the wrap?
I got a lot of different things on there. Really, I really for real, I ain't even gonna lie. I really don't got a lot of different things on there because the rap just really kind of just like standing out. I got my Brennan King exhaust.
Okay.
Um, and I got one of the limited editions, one of the ones he only made 7 of. You
Wow.
know, I tell cats that all the time. They like, how you get that? If I tell you, I have to kill you. Just know I got it. You know what I'm saying? And that can be verified by Brendan King himself.
That's what's up.
Um, I got my lighting my lighting system. I don't run strips. I run pods. So I got pods everywhere. I got
Okay.
my pods. I got my pods everywhere. I got my gauge spoiler. I got my I'm getting ready to try out this what is that cruise control thing. I'm hearing mixed reviews about it, but I'm getting ready to try that out. But one of the main things that I got going on right now that I'm seeing nobody with, just me, I took my wheel wells off. I don't
Really?
ride with no. Yep, took them off, and I converted my front ends with the daytime LED lights that convert into blinkers. So people, because they be like, "How you use your blinkers?" Well, I got them on the arm bars, and you know,
They
I
have
converted to
that though.
blink.
They call those
Yeah,
guys the no fender gang.
and I haven't seen nobody in Atlanta but
Oh
me.
yeah, well probably
I
I've seen a
know.
few people on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, I took my fenders off, man. I love it. People ask me all the time, like, I mean, don't know rocks hit you? Da 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 da. I'm like, nah, I don't ever have that issue because what you got to realize is those wheels are wider than the middle seat. So anything, if anything is popping off, it's not coming at me. It's just going straight back.
That's
And
true.
so one time I got caught in the rain, right? And listen, I keep telling you, I just got my GoPro Max, so I got the 360. I'm gonna get a couple videos of it. I'm not gonna get caught in the rain intentionally, but if I do, if I do, I got caught in the rain one time, right? And I'm like, ah, snaps. Those wheel wells being gone was the first thing I thought about, right? The fenders.
Mhm.
And,
Right.
and so I'm like, okay, took the fenders off. It's raining. Should I just park and wait for it to be over, or let me just see what's up? Man, I got the ride, man. It wasn't really raining, but it was just so wet. And all of the water just spins up on the outside of you. It looked like a Matrix movie.
No way.
Straight Matrix. Straight Matrix movie, man. The water don't hit you, bro.
That's
It
crazy.
it don't hit you at all. So if anybody out there wondering, is anything gonna hit you if you take your fenders off, your front fenders? Nope. It don't even touch you. It
Good
stay
to
on the
know.
outside of you. I started to just record it like with my phone like this and just show it was like all the water was just spinning up and I was like right in the middle of it.
That's good to know. That's good to
Yeah,
know. Well,
so
if you guys want to remove your fenders and join that no fender gang, there you go. There's your. He
facts.
said you'll stay dry. You'll stay a little dry. You know you're still
Yeah,
gonna be wet from the rain, but at least you won't be splashing yourself. That's what's up.
that's a
You
fact.
have
Hmm.
any mods you're gonna get in the future? Like something you're saying, oh, I
Um,
gotta get this now.
I don't really know right now. Like, I don't really know because you know what I found myself doing? I found myself buying stuff every week. Like every week. And then when I got my bike to a certain point, right? I'm talking about batteries because the battery I got. I know they just came out with some was like 300, but the battery I got has 280 crank amps. It's a lithium battery.
Okay.
Um, and it's like it's called Extreme or something like that. But it's a lithium battery. And every time I done something on my bike, I was like, all right, man, I ain't about to do nothing else to this bike. I'm about to just ride it and enjoy it. But lo and behold, every week. So I had to kind of calm down, man, like on buying mods and accessories and things like that. Cause hey, you've been bought two bikes. For real.
Yeah,
You've been bought two bikes.
you could spend before I tone down, I'm probably well into like 4 to 5 thousand maybe. You know,
Man,
like
easy, man.
yeah, you can go crazy. And you know what's wild about it? You're not gonna ever see two bikes alike. So it's like
Yeah,
even if you do something, you be like, ah, somebody else got it, and then you look, they're gonna have something totally different. I'm like,
that's a
man, we
fact.
all buying from the same place, or no? Everybody's coming up with their own style, their own customization. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's what's up.
I just had to buy a new radiator and a new front end.
Uh-oh.
Bust my radiator up,
Uh-oh. That's the
whole
number
new front
one
end.
the number one problem in New York City. I fix radiators like crazy, man.
Man, but me and my 16-year-old daughter, we put it on, so that
Oh,
wasn't
that's
that
good stuff.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man, and
what's
what was it was a bad day too, man. I was actually headed to bike night that is part hosted by my riding crew that just getting started. All Throttle in Atlanta. It's All Throttle, and the throttle spelt with the number three TTLE. Um, and we based here in Atlanta. Getting ready to go to a bike event, right? Sponsored by us. And as soon as I'm getting ready to pull out, I like hit this little curve that
ah.
I just couldn't even believe it. It did a small scrape on my radiator. And when I tell you all of the fluid came pouring out, all of the fluid came pouring out and kind of cracked the bottom of my front end. So I had to replace that as well. But
Man.
yeah, man, I had to leave my bike. I had to go get my trailer, pick it up, and miss my whole event, man.
Damn,
Whole
man.
event. Yeah.
Damn, man. That sucks. Thinking about talking about that though. So if I'm in the ATL area and I'm on my Can Am, where am I going to hang out? Where am I going to eat? Where am I going to go chill where everybody's having a good time? What's the spots?
Okay. Well, it all depends on what day we talking, right? But if you coming to Atlanta, I'm telling you right now, you better check in with RG. You better check in with All Throttle. Soon as you get in, right? If you want to
Uh-huh.
ride and you want to ride hard, you better check in with us. Cause we be in the streets. You understand me? Right? So it just depends on the day. Tuesday, like if it's a Tuesday night, we got a real big bike night at TGI Fridays in Stonecrest. That's really big, like very fun, a whole bunch of networking, whole lot of exciting stuff going on. On Wednesdays, another bike night at Pseudos. Weekends, if you want to ride, you want to go to Old Nat, you want to go downtown to Edgewood. Um, on Sundays, they got parks, Washington Park, like it's just like if you on that Can Am, like you want to go to Washington Park. You want to go to Chicago Pizza and Smyrna on Sundays. I mean, it is just it's an abundance of stuff that go on weekly. Like
All
if you
right.
miss this week, it'll be there next week.
So I guess it's a big bike community out there that does it. Is
Oh
it
yeah,
big? Yeah.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And them Rikers is them three wheels taking over, man. Three wheels is taking over.
So tell me a little bit about your riding club that you started.
Um, well, so like I said, the name is All Throttle. Just a little backstory behind that. You know what I'm saying? It's called All Throttle because we don't got to shift no gears. We just all throttle, you know. And on top of that, we just going. You know, my motto was just to rip the streets up safely, and that's just what I want to do. You know, got and I met a couple guys, and you know, we just decided to do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much just like how everybody is. You know, when you're looking for that certain kind of vibe, because everybody ride different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whatever's your ride is your ride, you know. And I'm never against it, you know, and I respect all types of riders, you know. But but you know what gets you going. You know what gets your, you know, that gets you your wind therapy. And
Right.
I'm just looking for like-minded people like that, you know. We just looking forward to doing big things in the bike community. I'm getting some stuff together right now to do things in the community, get prepared for different stuff like back to school things, giving back to the community. I'm even thinking far in advance, getting coat drives and things like that. Like, just want to do stuff, So I'm just
Right.
I'm just really, trying to put a group of like-minded people together, and then once we get a little stronger, right? And then we just gonna come just tear everybody shit up, streets up, we coming to New York. We gonna come
That's
to New York. We gonna ride out with the Riker Doctor. You
that's
know,
what's up. That's what's up,
we gonna shoot
man.
up there to Philly. We
Please,
gonna go to the DMV.
pleased to have you, man. Pleased to
Yeah,
have you. You
we
know.
getting ready to go to Charlotte. We're gonna go to
Uh-huh.
Charlotte down there and ride with Queen City.
Okay.
Um, yeah, shout out to my man Brian down there in North Carolina. So we're gonna go there. And then shout out to my man Milo, my man Dean here in Atlanta. They putting together the Independence Ride in Atlanta. That's July 1st through the 4th, right?
Okay.
So people coming down here to the A. I'm excited for that
That's
because
nice,
that's
man.
gonna be the first, like, because we have one in July and then turn around doing another one in August. That's gonna be the first like big ride out in the city where I'm from.
All
So
right.
I'm
That's what's
excited.
up.
I'm excited about people coming to my home turf.
Yeah, man. That's really nice, man. That's really, really nice. Have you taken the bike anywhere outside the city yet? Have you taken a long trip or no?
Uh, well, I went to, like, as far as riding.
Yeah.
I've trailed my bike out, but
Okay.
I think the furthest I've probably rode was maybe like 2 hours, two and a half, two and a half. But I've taken my bike out of town a couple times. I went to Houston.
Okay.
Shout out to my man Lando, rolling on threes. We
Yeah,
went out
he's
there.
gonna be on the show next week.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I went out there with my man Lando and them, rolling on threes, and that's when I met everybody, man. Hey, Keith, listen, man. I show love, bro. I show love. I don't hate on nobody. That was a surreal event for me, right?
Right.
That put me in a different mindset. That put me next level and wanting to go next level with this thing because, um, hell, when I got down there to Houston, man, I'm like, oh dang, this the rolling on threes I be seeing on. Hold on, nah, man, that's Irv. Hold
Yeah.
on, that's X from the Philly. Yo, that's
Yeah.
Sammy from Three Times. I be watching all these, like, I'm, in my mind. I'm not
Right.
trying to be all like starstruck, but I'm looking at these cats like, yo, like it is just me, right? First biking trip, just me. But man, listen, man, shout out to all them cats, man. Cause
Yeah.
listen,
Shout
man,
out.
especially these black positive men, they doing some great things, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just,
100%.
I just, yeah, man. And I just think it's so fire. You know what I'm saying? And for me to go there, when I went, how much fun I had, the
Right.
types of things I was exposed to, the networks
Mhm.
I was open to, it just gave me a high that I'm just chasing.
Right.
I'm chasing that same high, man. I'm like, yo, if it's gonna be like this, Is this happening to me?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Shout out to those guys, man. They really did a lot for the culture. And yeah, shout
yeah.
out. I've met a lot of organizations that came through here and people I've talked to. A lot of positive movement. You know, a lot of people are putting more down than just, riding around and acting a fool. You know, a lot of them are, giving back to the community. A lot of them are organizing good things. You know, they're keeping everything, nice and positive. People staying out of trouble. So yeah, I'm really respecting the community, man. It's a different mindset, 100%.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's
Yeah.
definitely a fact. So yeah,
Mm.
man. I mean, and then I took my Ryker to Myrtle. I mean, I was like when I went to Myrtle, the Black Bike Week, because it was kind of a divide this year. Some in Tampa, some in Myrtle. But I mean, the Ryker showed up and showed out in Myrtle, man. I had a good time. I was turning heads, man. That Blue Beast boy, that Blue Beast boy, I'm telling you, man,
Yeah, that's one
that thing
crazy
turned
rap,
heads,
boy.
man.
That bike is
That th-
sharp. Like I said,
that
man,
thing
that,
turned heads. I
that
won
bike
second place in the audio competition, man. In the three-wheel audio competition, that was dope. You know,
is.
hey,
Oh,
all
the
throttle trying to
speaking
get on the
game is
map.
crazy. The speaking game is crazy.
I'm like, yo, I'm trying to figure out how some of these cats bikes go. They got so many speakers on their bikes.
Yo, I
I'm
just did
like,
my first speaking installation for somebody out here, and I was like, more? They were like, yeah, I'm gonna come back and add and add. I was like,
join up, friend. Yo, you got them PVC pipes? Because I want to do the round PVC pipe. I want to put 4 speakers on that. I want the speakers in my fenders, and I want the speakers in my trunk, and then I want to put the speakers on my back fender and two up underneath the seat. I was like, damn,
these
where you
guys,
find the amp to?
I
Where's
don't
the other
know.
battery at? Where do you put the other battery?
These guys are magicians down there, man. These
Hey,
guys
yeah.
is. Let me tell you, man. I've seen so many things, and I'm gonna have this company on soon that did a custom Riker where they actually cut holes or pieces out of the Riker and then embedded them with LEDs and then replastered. Oh, it was crazy what they did. So when the bike is off, you don't see nothing. As soon as the bike turns on, it lights up like Tron, but you don't see LEDs because they're embedded into the plastic. It's an insane. This company that I found and I saw the Riker and the company hit me up and they were like, "Look at what we do, what they do with
I seen
cars."
something like that.
You probably have. I think it's called the Ghost Riker or King Riker.
Yeah, I seen it. I know that
Yeah,
dude. I met him
yeah.
there. I met him when I was in Houston. He from Dallas.
Right. So I met the company that did that, and they've been showing me their work. Like they're busy. Like they turning people down. Like they do. They make their own LEDs, so they customize every little bit there is to it. So yeah, I'm gonna have them on the show. I was like, man, what y'all did to that bike, that Can Am Ryker is just something
Yeah,
different. And that was
yeah.
something. And I was like, yo, I gotta have you guys down here. But yeah, so I mean, what people are doing to their bikes is insane, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I it just don't sound. I've toned back a lot because I can't be spending money. Plus, a lot of people send me stuff to put on a bike. Hey, put this on, try this on your bike, and I'm like, I can't keep. But I'm running out of room. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even have that many lights because I'm like, I don't like the light show.
You
But
know,
yeah, no, I don't have that many
you just
lights.
like the wind therapy, man. You just like the
I
wind
just like,
therapy.
what I like? The bike and loud pipes. That's it. I don't care
That's what
about
I like.
music. I don't care about music. I don't care how many lights, how many LEDs. I don't have that. If you look at my bike, I don't have no real LEDs on it. I just have my grill lit up. I have some rock lights around the wheels, so you see the wheels, the bottom of the bike. Nothing going around the engine, and
Yeah.
just my wrap, my Shadow Black Riker wrap, and that's
Hmm.
it. I'm almost plain, but it's still enough to where if I pull up, you're gonna be like, okay,
Okay.
okay,
Got you.
it's clean, it's clean,
Got you.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something else out too. I'm gonna work with some type of stealth LED. I'm looking into with some company. They want to make some LEDs that you don't see until you turn it on, and so there's a lot of things out there that's coming in. A lot of companies hit me up. They making parts and changing up parts for the Ryker and adding things that you are gonna be like, what in the world, man? It's like so much going on with this bike. It's like
Yeah,
it's a phenom, man. I tell people all
but
the time.
all them accessories is cool, but the production, they need to start making some more durable
Well,
stuff behind that.
absolutely, but you know what it is, right? Because it's 2019. We only in 2022. So there's
True.
not people are making stuff, but it's still new. There's not even
Right.
3 years under the belt, So I
Right.
see people making steering dampeners and now you got all these different type of exhausts. When they first came out, nobody made an exhaust. Now there's like 3-4 companies that
Right.
sell exhaust. Then people are making their own LEDs. So it's like I think as time goes on, and people start looking and inventing stuff, and then of course the quality of the stuff will get better and it'll just improve. I mean, these things look like they're here to stay. I don't think it's gonna
Right.
be a fad. So it's like the more stuff every time I turn on the internet or something, it's like a new product. Somebody made this. Do this to your right. Do that. Make this
Yep.
type of headlight. Now there's like 3 different types of headlights now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
10 different type of windshields. It's like,
I don't like windshields.
oh, I love windshields, bro. I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry. I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry. Too much going on in NYC. I need a windshield, man. Too much crap falling off of people's trucks and cars, bouncing around.
You gotta have
Nah,
a windshield.
yeah, you gotta have a windshield,
I
man.
got the, I
Hell,
got the gauge spoiler. That's my windshield.
oh, okay. All right, that
I got
little
the gauge
thing.
spoiler. Yeah.
Nah, I need a little bit more protection than that. No way, dude. Yo, if you
Well,
had
see,
to,
it wouldn't even matter because I'll be standing up on my bike doing all kind of stuff. I mean, ask about me. I be getting kind of crazy on the record, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm right now looking to try to change some sprockets in the back where I can lift this thing up. But I'm that guy that be 95 on the highway on one leg, type of thing. Like, I think Herb dropped a video on his YouTube of me getting crazy with somebody on the back of it.
probably sounds
Yeah,
about right. That's Herb
fact.
style. That's Herb style.
Uh,
Shout out to my man Herb. Yo, if you had to describe your Can Am experience in one word or one sentence, what would it be?
um, one word or one sentence. I would say for me personally, and this ain't like not to be cliche or anything like that, but I'll say life changing.
All right.
It's been life changing for me because um I don't know, man. You know how you just find that new thing that you into, you know what I'm saying, and you just dive really deep into it, and it's giving you that therapy that you need. You know what I'm saying? It's putting you in place and putting you around people that you need to be in. I mean, hell, it's starting me a new chapter of my life for real. You know, started me a bike crew. You know, all three wheels. You know, just started me a bike crew. It's just doing something different for me, and right now my life right now is good for me. You
That's
know,
what's
so
up,
I just
man.
say life changing.
That's
That's what
what's
it's
up,
doing
man.
for me for real.
That's the way it is, man. I mean, that's your
Yeah,
experience from it. That's everybody has one. I've been interviewing people and everybody has an experience and they define it the way they want. Like I said, you ride the way you want to ride and that's it. Nobody can
yeah.
tell you nothing. So that's exactly what it is. So RG, if people want to get in touch with you, tell them how they can reach out to you and all that.
So so you can reach out to me personally on Instagram, RG Cuts one. That's RGCUTS, the number one. I want you to go follow the bike page. It's all throttle. That's ALL underscore the number three TTLE on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at all throttle. Um, but yeah, man, check us out, man. We in Atlanta, and that's how you can get in contact with me. Reach out to me, please, man. I love the network. I love to travel. You know, you invite me, you put me on a flyer for some stuff, or you want me to come, or you want to send me something. I'm with that too. But
That's what's
yeah,
up.
definitely, man. You can find me on all those platforms.
Well, look, I'll have all RG stuff post it in the link below. This is me, Keith Hammer, rolling on three, the first and only and original podcast for all three wheel owners. If you want to reach out to me, click on the links below. I'm on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you name it, I'm there. You can find me. Yo, RG, man, thanks for being on the show. It was a pleasure, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right. All right, don't hang up. Let me end this broadcast.